What's up, family, and welcome back to the channel. Here are 10 luxury ceiling ideas that make your home look luxury. I'm telling you, you gotta try these out. And you already know what I'm gonna say. If the tips don't apply, let it fly. Let's jump right into it. Here's number one, wood paneling on your ceiling. Now, for those who are into organic modern, those who are into farmhouse, wood paneling brings that warmth, brings that cozy, brings that natural element into the space. I'm talking, you can do this in your living room, you can do this in your bedroom, you can do this in your dining room. Adding the wood paneling really takes it to a next level, all right? And so don't be afraid of, you don't just gotta have wood on your floor. You can have wood paneling in your ceiling. Do you hear what I'm telling you? And that really says luxury, that says designer. So if you liking those natural elements, give it a try. Look at it, see, will this work? It may not work with your floor plan, but it may work somewhere in your space. If not, just wait for the next tip. All right, here's number two, Coffered ceilings. This right here is gonna do it every single time. A Coffered ceiling in your dining room. I got some pictures right here. Look at this. This looks absolutely amazing. It's blending the traditional with the modern. And watch this, it's a timeless upgrade. That means 20 years from now, it's still gonna look good. It's still gonna be able to sell. Even if you have to put your house on the market in 20 years, people are still gonna buy your house just because of the Coffered ceilings. It looks absolutely amazing. Now, if you add color to it, now you're really doing something, okay? Now you're really showing out, you need to calm down. But a Coffered ceiling in your dining room space, in your living room space, really upgrades it. And these are people who like that classic, but they're not afraid of the modern. Coffered ceilings are great. I'm telling you, it's a win. I ain't got no questions about it. Now, you say, well, Jim, how am I gonna do this? You're gonna have to hire somebody, okay? This is not something that you can do yourself. Now, if you want to do it the DIY University on YouTube, that's your business. But for those who say, listen, I can't play with this, okay? You know, I got a bad back, got bad knees. I can't be on no ladder to be trying to do this. Hire somebody. It's these type of upgrades that sets your house apart from everything that's on the street. Now, there are builders who are doing this, but if you decide to do this with your builder grade, you really setting yourself apart. You really telling me that you're about that life, okay? And so don't forget the Coffered ceilings. If you could do it, do it. If the budget fits, go for it. All right, here's number three, color drenched ceilings. Now, this is where people are coloring the entire room. Now, this thing is in trend, it's in style. I like it. My wife, she kind of like, I don't know, you know. So when you have a spouse, something like this, okay, you got to compromise. You got to give and take. This is marriage. You got to give and take. So we don't know if we're gonna do this, but I like this as well. And so if you say, you know what, I'm bold, I'm beautiful, I'm all for it, try the color drenched ceiling. I'm talking really finding a color that really sets it out. Now, this works great if that room has a window, okay? So that natural light can hit, it can reflect, and it can just make it pop. Now, this is for those who say, I want a room that's cozy. I want a room that when I go in, I feel like I'm not in America, okay? This is what you want to do, all right? And then when you color drench, the furniture pieces that you add has to be able to complement the space. So if you're gonna do a dark color, you can't bring dark furniture, okay? You got to give and take, you got to compromise, okay? You got to have a contrasting color as well. This works great in the dining room space. If you want your dining room to be cozy, this works great in the bedroom. This even works great. I even seen this in the bathroom, okay? So don't sleep on it, okay? You can do this in any space, but it looks really, really good if that room has a window so that natural light can come in and it can just shine. All right, let's go to the next one. Curved ceiling mold trim. Now, we talked about the trim and the crown molding on the walls. We talked about the picture frame boxes, but have you seen it on the ceiling? Huh? That looks great as well. Now, these are people who say, you know what, I like that architectural detail. I like what you got. This is for the people who say, look, I like craftsman details, okay? I like things to stand out. I like people to have a nice focal point. I want that room to say, wow. Looking at the ceiling curve molding, I got pictures right here. Check this out. It looks great. It says this person took their time. It says rich. It says luxe. It says custom. But it really adds character to the room, and it adds layers and dimensions to the room. And so that room is just not a dining room, okay? It's like, no, this is a statesman's room, okay? We came to eat. All right, this looks great. Now, this type of design is coming from the French and the Italian. They got this thing going on, but you can add this to your space as well. If you're not afraid to say, you know what, I don't mind a little overseas, okay? I don't mind my house, you know, giving that flair, giving that. This is what you want to do. All right, now everyone can't do this, okay? You got to hire the right person to be able to do this, but I'm telling you, I want you to explore these options because your ceiling doesn't have to be bland. You can upgrade this even with curved ceiling crown molding. All right, let's go to the next one. Exposed beams. Now, this has been a trend, especially with farmhouses, but exposed beams look great. I'm telling you, just adding this adds texture, it adds layers, but also it's cost efficient. It don't cost too much to do it. Okay, now even you say, well, Jeremy, my room don't fit this. Okay, maybe this is not for you, but for those who say, I have the space to do it, adding the exposed beams look absolutely great. I even saw some people that had some artificial exposed beams and they just put it, I'm like, oh, did that come with the house? Was that built like that? It wasn't, but they added it and it looks absolutely amazing. So there's different ways to get around it. So don't box yourself in, okay? Be open to the idea. My ceilings are bland now, but I'm gonna choose one of these tips and it's about to be upgraded to the next level. Now, here is the thing. You don't have to do all of this in your house, okay? While your house is gonna be wow, just doing one of these is gonna take it to the next level. So don't feel like, okay, I gotta do tip 1, 2, 3. No, you don't. Just pick one and go to, but exposed beams, it doesn't cost that much to do like the other architectural details, but it looks great and it's timeless and it really brings in those natural elements. All right, let's go to the next one. Wallpaper and bold paper on the ceiling. Now, this is not one of my favorites, but I've seen it and it looks great if it's done correctly. All right. And so don't be afraid to explore with the wallpaper. You can put it on your ceiling and it looks good depending upon what space it is in and also what's happening in the room. Okay. Because if the room is going to look like who did it and why, don't do it. Okay. Don't do it. 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 But the wallpaper looks great. Also looks great in a loft. It looks great in a kid's room. You say, you know what? I want my kids to have something, but I don't want them to be able to tear up stuff. Try the wallpaper. It will look great as well. That way it's safe. It's up there. You ain't got to worry about too much. Okay, it's in place. All right, so look at that and see if that will work. It may not work in your dining room. It may not work in your living room, but it may work in your kids' room. It may work in the guest room. And so try that and see, do you like that idea as well? Let's go to the next one. Simple paint. Now you talking about on a budget. Just painting it, okay? But if you're going to paint it, let the color of the ceiling also be found somewhere else in the room, okay? Don't do a sky blue and we don't see no blue elsewhere, okay? That ain't gonna work, okay? But you can just paint it. Just painting it, adding some recessed lighting to that room looks great as well. It makes it say it's cozy. It brings the warmth in. Now, it also, if you're going to paint it, your walls can't be competing, all right? So say, for example, you do, you're gonna paint it black. When you say, I'm gonna paint the ceiling black, okay? Maybe your walls are white, or maybe it's an extra, but don't do black and then your walls are great. Now it's too dark, okay? It's too dark and the natural light ain't helping. The candle's not working. The floor lamp don't know what to do. The table lamp is scared. Don't do it like that, all right? So if you're gonna do a dark color on the ceiling, make your walls white. Let it be complementing and not competing, all right? And it will look great in your space. Now that's a alternative budget friendly option, all right? And y'all know how we do it on this page. We like friendly and we like budget, all right? Let's go to the next one. A concrete look. A concrete look. Now, I have not done this and I really haven't seen too much of this, but I see some people are doing it. Depends on what part of the country you're in. People are doing a concrete look. They like that. They like that exposed, that natural feel. So if that's you, go for it. That concrete look will look great in your space. Now, if you have a traditional home, you can't do the concrete, okay? It has to go with the design style, okay? We're not picking things that's going to go outside of the design style, okay? So if you're doing organic modern, that may be great for your space, all right? If you're a minimalist, it may be great for your space, okay? But if you glam, may not work, okay? It may not be the one for you. So we're gonna make sure that whichever one that you're choosing, that it goes right with your design style, all right? Let's go to the next. Here's the next one, just highlighting a light fixture or a texture into the space. So you don't want to just have a regular light, right? But you want to have a light that really says, ta-da, you know, it really says, wow, it really says, and then you're just adding some texture around it. I'll put a picture here so you can see it. That really elevates the space so that wall won't just be bland. So that ceiling just won't be bland, but it really will look nice in that space. All right, let's go to the last. Here's the last one, installing arching frameworks. Sometimes the space just needs some more curves. All right, so installing arching frameworks look great in the space. I'll put a picture right here for you. And I'm telling you, with these designs, it really takes the space to the next level. So those are 10 ceiling luxury upgrades that really will make your house stand out. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these upgrades you're like, you know what? I like that. Okay, I didn't think about the ceiling, but I'm willing to investigate. I'm willing to look into it. Let me know, because I'm going to have the conversation. This is a community. Now, if this is your first time here, you say, look, this is a lot going on. Welcome to the family. All right, you're going to laugh, you're going to learn, you're going to have a good time. But also, you're going to find out that there's more to just decorating your house than just buying decor for your coffee table. It's more than that, all right? So today we were looking at the ceiling. You know what tomorrow we'll be looking at. So stay tuned, stay locked in, and guess what? I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.